I can tell you what that is. Bolts and studs.
Yeah, it should be there at the end.
And
Yeah.
that jobby.
Oh,
and
got you.
accoutrements.
Yeah.
So, in my last video, I addressed the fact that we sold the Repcon. And I said that we were going to put tons of money into the Scout. Well, a percentage of that money went into a brand new 416 cubic inch Texas Speed 6.2 liter LS short block for the Chevelle. So shout out to Tom. You know who you are. Who has friends at Texas Speed. And said friends were gracious enough to kind of walk Mike through the process of what the appropriate motor was that he needed. And shout out to Texas Speed for actually having this thing in stock when we wanted to buy it.
Yeah, we timed that perfect, almost perfect, because all parts right now, everybody's having trouble getting parts. And about the time we got serious about actually buying a short block was right in front of Texas Speed actually releasing their in-stock aluminum block 416, which is what I was looking for, was LS3 based stroker. And you could build one, but their build times are 16 to 18 weeks or 14 to 16 weeks. It was quite a long ways out. And that was if you picked the right parts that they had in stock. So you were still several months away. And we were about 2 weeks from them actually releasing these. So I was kind of one of the few guys right in front of the line waiting for them.
Yeah, we knew the day it was going to drop, and he went on their website a couple of Mondays ago and hit buy now, and
I went through their sales guy. I talked to Lonnie, which
okay,
is...
whatever. Now you're just being too specific. Whatever. We still went through their sales guy. We bought it from them the day that it dropped on their website. That was available.
Because there was a bunch of questions.
Because, yeah, there were still additional questions, and they are incredible people to deal with. So, no, we are not sponsored by Texas Speed, although wouldn't it be great if we were? But if you have technical questions and you're looking to buy a motor from them, they're
They were
super awesome
helpful
to deal with. Just kind of walked Mike through everything, every question he had and every concern he had, and we're pretty happy with the customer service we've had so far. So because of the wait time and the build time, you know, when we had the heads already and we have the lifters coming out of my truck, we have a couple of brand new parts coming out of
the rockers.
The rockers coming out of my, I knew something was coming out of my F100 that were brand new. We put them in last year.
Yeah, they've
before,
had the CHE.
Actually, this year.
Yeah, they just got put in there. The CHE trending kit, which the Scout doesn't really need because it's going to have a really mild cam in it.
Yeah, we're also going to decam that truck,
Yeah, we're gonna decam
that
the
engine
Scout.
before we put it in the Scout. But that's besides the point. So, yeah, Texas Speed was really awesome to deal with, and couldn't recommend them enough. I'm really hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping this goes smoothly. We'll see.
So,
Not the first time we've built an engine, not the first time we've built an LS, so.
a little more than we normally do.
We have everything at this point?
Almost.
Because you're keeping your accessories, right?
Yeah, because my car is kind of built around the athletic accessories. I need a rear cover think's all I really need for this.
Right. So in the hell that is trying to find parts and supplies, shout out to Texas Speed for having nearly everything we needed. And we've had those heads for 5 years now, collecting dust.
They've been
So,
around.
I mean, obviously they need to be cleaned up, and they're going to be sparkling before they go back on the engine. But
Yeah, they need to be cleaned. They need to be checked over. But they were off a low mileage. I think it had 30-ish thousand miles on it when they came off.
it was a truck motor, but whatever. It'll serve it'll serve our purpose unless somebody wants to sponsor us with some fancy racer heads. Hint,
Yeah.
hint, nudge, nudge.
Mhm.
We're not that cool.
Yeah.
We're not that cool to land sponsors. So, but yeah, that's where we're at, and that's where we're going to be.
Sponsored by the sale of other projects.
Well, exactly. We're sponsored by having the balls to actually sell a project that we had our heart set on in order to fund projects that we knew we could complete in a timely manner, which is an engine swap and an off-road scout. So sometimes you gotta
Several engines.
you gotta get rid of something in order to build something up or
Upgrade.
something else. So that's kind of what we're, that's racing. That's racing. You're never satisfied.
Mm-mm.
You always want more horsepower. You always want better handling. So that's just racing. We have big plans this fall. So this engine is going to go in the Chevelle. The 6-liter that's currently in the Chevelle is going to go in the F100. The 5.7 that's in the F100 is going to be the engine for the Scout. The Scout's going to get an automatic behind it. So it's going to be kind of chaotic. The 6-liter that's in the Chevelle is just going to get disconnected from the T56 he has, scooched over to the F100, connected to my T56, and plugged into my Holley, and in theory should just be up and running. And then this will get married to his T56, and he should be up and running. And then when we get around to doing the power plant in the Scout, we have the 5.7 ready, and we'll be picking up. We haven't picked up the transmission yet, right?
No,
So we're picking up a used 4L60 from a junk guy. Is that appropriate? He's a junk guy. I don't even know what he is.
yeah, it's okay.
And transfer case and all that kind of stuff. And we'll go into that pretty heavy once we start on the Scout build. So big things this fall. What, are you going to talk about the engine? No? Okay. All right. So when we first got the engine, we talked about putting a set of used heads on it. And as you can tell, they're brand spanking new. Why didn't you put used heads on it?
I started cleaning them up and kept seeing just too many red flags, and the short black was just too
Expensive?
to risk for saving a little bit of money, so we spent a little more money, but probably good insurance though.
And these are just stock Chevy heads, right?
They are, yeah, stock LS3 heads.
And we were going to rob we were going to rob these parts out of the engine that's currently in the F100 until Mike realized that that wasn't actually a feasible option because of size, correct?
Yeah, the LS1 has, well, the rockers are just different, so I couldn't steal them because
They wouldn't have worked.
yeah, these are offset on the intake valves, and the LS1 isn't, so they wouldn't fit.
So that motor gets to keep its fancy bits and bopples for when it goes into the into the Scout. So it also kind of changes how we were going to do all of the engine swaps, because I think initially I mentioned the LS1 was coming out of the F100, the LS2 was coming out of the Chevelle going into the F100, parts were coming off of the LS1 and then going into this motor, and then this motor was going into the Chevelle. But now, once everything is built and torqued and all of that good fancy stuff, this motor just goes into the Chevelle. So the LS2 will come out, this will go in, we'll make sure that the Chevelle is happy. And then when we get around to it, which probably, because I'm still not convinced this motor's going in before Optima.
No. I don't think it is.
But after Optima, I would imagine we'll spend a good day or 2 or 3 or 4 doing the engine swap in the Chevelle. And then, like I said, once the Chevelle's happy with that, then we'll do the F100. Maybe we'll get the F100 done before Good Guys, but
Should be done before Good Guys.
it'd be nice. But it still would be nice to also have at least one functional race car so we can practice. We can get seat time at SCCA. So next weekend is our first fall event with our Phoenix group for SCCA. So we'll be co-driving the F100. So it's always nice when my husband kicks my ass in my own truck, but it is what it is.
Just shows the potential of the truck.
Yeah, but we're going to need to have tires on the truck long before the car.
Oh, yeah.
Because 2 time attack events this summer, which we're missing, are the 4th event. We missed the 3rd and the 4th event because the 4th event's tonight, but we just have too much work to get done, so it is what it is. Hopefully next year we can take both cars out there and maybe get some of our cam guys up from Phoenix to come out too.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to take the track over with a bunch of cam cars and just surprise all the imports. But so that's where we're at with the motor. Maybe the next video is when we're putting it in, but that's going to be probably about a month out. So that's where we're at.
No, it depends on how long it takes to polish the car.
Yeah, and by we, I mean he's almost at. I'm working on my hood, but that's a totally different video. So yeah. Upgrade. Hashtag that's racing.